Hello and welcome to another LEGO video. Today I'm going to be showing you the Hogwarts Express from 2018, set number 75955. So, a few things to note. There have been a few previous Hogwarts Expresses, and although one has been designed to be powered, this is not powered. And there is one thing that I've actually only recently noticed about this, is that does show it lit up. Now, there is no way for this to light up, so come on LEGO, take this off your packaging. You've done it lots. I think it's only on the instruction book, thankfully, but still. Anyway, from a annoyed note to a incredibly happy note. Now, to be honest, this is such a good set, I'm not really sure where to start. So, I think it will be easier to just start with the first build, which is King's Cross. So, let's push you out of the way completely. That's a bit better. You can still sit. Right. Okay. Yeah. And let's get the figures out of the way. We'll show them at the end. Not part of the build. So, the clock here is a really nice sticker piece actually, and it's a sticker which has a official LEGO sticky dot in the middle, because when you take it out, it's left with a round circle. The steps have got room to pose figures on, just about, if they're adult. But even then, it's not ideal, so you can put Loop in there, and then you can put the Trolley Witch up there. And then you could have the Dementor here. So there is space for play, which is really good. I like this set so much that I'm actually being slightly biased in the opposite way. The use of this see-through head on one of these new bracket pieces is a really good use. Another really good thing is, actually it's not immediately viewable. And actually when I was showing this off to members of my family when I first built it, some of them didn't spot it actually, which is quite funny. But when you push a figure through at the wall, it will open just about. I think it would actually be better if it was sliding, because although it wouldn't move when you pushed it, which might be annoying if you're, as far as actual play function is concerned, it would disappear completely, which would help. The arches are very accurate to King's Cross, but the arches here and here don't make sense. This sticker is a really, really nice sticker. Unfortunately, it's not double-sided, but I think that's fine. The wanted poster, this tells us that we're almost certainly going to be getting another series of Harry Potter figures. Sorry, not a Harry Potter minifig series, but a Harry Potter series of sets. Because that figure uses Mad Eye's hairpiece from the collectible minifig series. Focus. In a much darker colour. From the play value of this particular area of the set, it's really good. So that's an important thing. This is a really nice build for a newsstand. A really, really nice build, which I think I will use in my mocks. And these, I'm not sure if they've come out before 2018, but they are superb newspapers with the Daily Prophet. And we also have this year the Quibbler, which is good for balance as well. Because the Daily Prophet is a little bit like a tabloid, doing exactly whatever anyone thinks. Whatever is popular, basically. So we've cleared away, we've dealt with this one. And one last thing to note actually about this particular build is this is actually the same Scabbers that comes out in the collectible minifig series. However, unlike the one in the collectible minifig series, it does not have a print. But they are just really superb rack pieces, so I think we can forgive them. Anyway, it makes the collectible minifigs one more collectible. So now we're going to move this out of the way and pull over the Hogwarts Express itself, which is by far the biggest and most beautiful thing in the entire set. Just from this bit alone, I would advise getting the set. Even if you don't like Harry Potter, this is a worthwhile train build. So it starts off with a great engine build, and the way they've done this is using slot techniques. There would be lots of ways to do this boiler, including lots of people would just get 4x4 rounded bricks and just attach them on here, and it would look alright. But they've built everything. This is like a miniaturized Emerald Knight, this. So it has space. So yeah, the top comes off here. Sorry about this. And then there is space for, say, the trolley witch. At one point she does say she goes up with the driver, she'll be up with the driver in the books, in the Prisoner of Azkaban, so, which is actually what this set is really based on, because it has Lupin in it, has Dementors in it, it's almost certainly the Prisoner of Azkaban. So yeah, there's space for a figure there, so you could get your own engine driver, and that would work. And it's nicely detailed, and as far as those of you who want to motorise it, it is possible. Lots of people have done it. You can check out Mousebricks, or I think lots of other people have done it. I think Mr. Bookie Boo's also done it. But yeah, lots of people have done it, and it certainly worked well for them. I haven't tried it, but I want to keep mine together because I've been a Harry Potter fan all my life, and I got into Harry Potter and Lego the same year, and that year was when they stopped it completely. Stopped Lego Harry Potter. So these these wheel couplings do genuinely work, and they go along nicely. And I believe that's a new printed piece. And I think that one's new because the previous one was slightly bigger. It keeps going with the miniaturized Emerald Knight with a coal truck, which it is basically miniature. It's basically extra large Hornby, this stuff. So it has, which is actually the only other trains I've ever played with. So these are, this suggests you store spare wands in it. It's big enough to hide a figure in, so I suppose you could imprison, I don't know, maybe the Dementor, imprison the Dementor in it. Certainly it is a highly playable set, this, because it moves, and it's a train set, and it's currently, I believe, the cheapest train set on the market. So this is pretty good. Lots of people complain it's a bit small, but it works. Oh well. So next you can see the the carriage. So, like all Lego trains, the top comes off and you can see inside. However, this should be at least 6 studs wider, really. So they had to find a way to be able to fit in a good aisle and actually be able to get your fingers in. Because I can just get my fingers in, but I haven't got huge fingers. So I know lots of people who would never be able to get their fingers in there. So you can take the sides off, which also helps with filming. So you can then pose the trolley witch and there is just about space, and you could have the Dementor, you can have Harry collapsing, and Lupin sending away the Dementor with his Patronus charm, which he teaches Harry, and then Harry beats him out. But anyway, that's sort of spoiler alert. But Lego sets are always full of spoilers. So anyway, there is lots of space. However, really, it would be really nice if they had actually had the room to... And he dismantles the entire set. No. So basically, if we'd had room to have actual compartments, like in the book and in the films, which would be possible in Lego if you made it actual minifig scale, which the train track is set up to do, but Lego don't set up their trains to do. So I think that that is something that could be done. Obviously it would drive up the cost massively, and also we probably would get even less of a build. Overall, they'd probably cut off most of King's Cross or something else. But this is an all-around great set. Now for the minifigures, which, by the way, I am collecting all of the 2018 Harry Potter Lego minifigures. So I shall get him fixed on his smiley. Right, okay. So basically, here we have all of the minifigures that come in this set. There are 8 in total, which is a very good number of figures actually. There aren't many sets that have 8 figures in them. Let's get those. Right, okay. So let's start with Lupin. So Lupin is a really good figure just print wise. You can see he has a old suit, slightly crinkled. In the books it's actually tattered, and we could really do with some leg printing for that. But the dark tan, or is it medium nougat? It is dark tan. Correct me in the comments if you like, but I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain it's dark tan. And that does work, but it would be better if that was printed. The jacket and waistcoat and tie looks really good and will be really usable on all sorts of other stuff. However, isn't perfect. It's crinkled, but isn't torn. His wand, it's the same ones we've had before, but it does allow you to rotate it and also to just clip it in like normal. It's considerably better than the old bar wands, which, to be honest, I'm no fan of, except from the fact that you've got extra bars in all the sets. The face, you can see claw marks across, which is really, really good. He's got a moustache, which I'm not sure is book accurate, although I'm fairly certain is film accurate, like most of these figures. Eyes have got pupils on them, like all modern figures. Well, nearly all actually, not quite all. You can see he's got eyebrows, and he's got one missing bit of eyebrow where the cut comes across. I'm not too sure if that is right or not, but you can see a bit of stubble across it. Fairly certain the eyebrow would regrow. And then he's also got partially transformed face just before he turns into a werewolf. And I really hope that they come out with another with the same, either the same mould for the werewolf headpiece or a different one, because I'm not willing to pay £117 to buy one figure, which if I buy in the individual pieces for, only costs me £3. But I cannot get the individual pieces without paying vast amounts of postage and packaging, which comes up to almost 70. But anyway, the back of the and also that would be really good for a set if they do the Shrieking Shack again, which they probably will, because they're evidently, because the other sets in the series are sort of year 1 and year 2 sort of interchangeable. This is year 1 and year 3 interchangeable. It's got good back printing here, which does look very accurate to the book and the film. Next, we have Hermione, which I don't think comes out in any other set in this way. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain that she doesn't come out in any other set like this. But all Hermione's this year, apart from the one from the CMF line, comes with that hairpiece and face print, which is slightly younger, whereas the year 3, the stuff that is really meant for year 3, which is the CMF series, has the new mid-sized legs, so which makes me think this is definitely a year 1 with two year 3 plus a sticker. 2 year 3 figures and 1 sticker from the 3rd year. But anyway, that's just something I've noticed. So she has good stripes on her torso and on the front of her torso and the back of her torso, and you can see she's got a hood. As for face printing, it's the same with all the other Hermione's except from the collectible minifigure one. It's good to keep that vaguely collectible. So she has a smile on this side, and sorry, I'm shaking, I'm left-handed and I'm holding the figure with my left hand and the pointer with my right. So you can see she's got eyes with pupils and eyebrows, and on the back of her head she's quite frightened or mentally disturbed. And then here on her legs it's dark tan, again like Lupin's, and she has, I think, the medium nougat wand. Next we have Ron, who I have to say, this is a figure that slightly irked me, because for all the other sets, apart from this one and Aragog's lair, there are different Rons if a Ron appears. However, this Ron is the same Ron that appears in Aragog's Escape, and yet is accurate to Aragog's Escape and is definitely not accurate to any of the scenes in the films around the Hogwarts Express. However, the hairpiece is really good, the torso is good, and the legs in dark blue are good, the face is good, again the wand obviously is good, That's the new one. The back of the torso is also good. And his second face print with the scared, screaming face, which is pretty much the same as Hermione's one. The Harry figure is the other one from that Aragog's Lair set. I keep wanting to call it Aragog's Escape set, which has the screaming, which, yeah, the screaming face print works for both of the sets. However, it would have been nice to keep them different. But the torso print on this is really good on both front and back. You can see the hood, you can see the pockets on this side, and the zip and the shirt underneath. It does look like, both of them do look like something you might see in this scene, but they're not actually accurate. And then dark stone grey legs, and then the dark brown for the wand, and yeah, the same strange mouth and very high up eyebrows. Next, from actually my favourite figure from this set, not because I think she's a particularly good figure, which she is, but not for that reason, but because I just don't think they're going to do the Trolley Witch ever again. And I don't think, to my knowledge, she's ever been made before. So in that way, she's quite unique. And also it's a good booster, because then by just getting this set, you have every single one of her ever made. So she has the curly hairpiece, which is the one that came after the one that first came on Dolores Umbridge, and then the worker from the Greengrocers set. And this hairpiece is actually going to come out on another Harry Potter figure, which is Dolores Umbridge in her new version for the new Bricktober pack that's going to come out this year. I've got to send someone to France to get hold of that. But anyway, luckily they're going to France anyway. So she has a really nice torso, which could be used on pretty much any elderly lady. I mean, it could be on someone else, but it does spark those sort of comic book elderly lady looks in your brain. And you can see she's got a knitted jumper underneath on the back, but it doesn't appear to be there on the front, so not great, but still. You can see she also, I don't know whether the light's good enough, but she does actually have a pendant on her torso, and obviously dark stone grey legs, and obviously all these figures are in flesh tone apart from the Dementor. And her hairpiece is in light grey. She also has a secondary face, which is a slightly more realistically screaming face. And she also has dark, she also has light grey eyebrows on both, and frown lines on both sides. And I'm not sure if that mole appears in the middle of her forehead on the other side. Yeah, it doesn't. So she ends up with a mole in the middle of her forehead. Probably meant to be the lines caused by raising your eyebrows, but I don't know. Next, by far the most interesting figure in this is one that's only been two of before, which is the Dementor. Now this uses the piece from Lego Ninjago, from the Series 3, the Morrow one, or maybe it was Series 4, even Series 5. I never can remember. Anyway, it's one I haven't watched. And then it's got this torso which looks a bit rotting. It doesn't have a complete over-the-top cape, which isn't so great, because in the books they talk of the hand coming out of the cloaks. However, I think this is a pretty good trade-off due to the fact this cloak is so good. And I can't remember, but I don't think there's any printing on the back. Yeah, there isn't any printing on the back. And this is a paperish cloak, so like the original Harry Potter cloaks. And then you've just got the mouth. And a little bit of printing on the sides. but you can't really see them. Just about, if I bring it close enough to the camera. So, yeah. That's quite good. That's a really good print. And then we've got the standard hood in black, which is becoming quite common. So this has been the Hogwarts Express review, and thank you for watching. You've been watching a mousebricks video, and goodbye.